again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried to throw.
How we throw that behind him, bro? How we throw that behind him?
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job. Hits on the line. That's a run and to the goal line. Touchdown, Troy. A great catch.
Okay, throw him behind.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking to throw its way. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. With the first down, they'll put it and play it from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. From the gun, we're running back, looking for room. Tough to defend. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember Maurice Jones-Drew. It was a little bowling ball and just ran physical and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass.
Scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As the Troy offense returns to the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure, shots going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Keeping it on the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Looking for a path to the end zone.
just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Fielded in the end zone, it's John. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to end. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They get to the line quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB when you're getting away from running this scheme into play.
The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated. But he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
They put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come again. He's complete. He's finally stopped. And not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Harris. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes a handoff. It's Harris. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quick handoff.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
He'll bring it out. It's John. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Quickly after the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jeff.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimum gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now finishing the fourth down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
He fires to the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Off-play action on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense. And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Coming out with it, it's John. And the returner is stopped.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
This offense starts deep in a hole. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Tying it up. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Trojans will line it up on first and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep downfield, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On third and long, you let the defense speak. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. And is knocked away. An incomplete, the defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a head, opening a huge hole for the pass.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run it in the red zone. It's good. Before he stopped. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Get some points on the board.
Trying to get it done with a run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when it gets near the end zone, Paul, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Ivory. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Continues to fight for yards. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Down like a lawnmower, baby.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Let's get in that end zone.
Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Pass rush coming out to the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3.
Man, no.
49-yard field goal is good.
Boys, okay, we'll come back. Do better. Ended up on the next possession.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got it out.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's John. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense. Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete to the left. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the returner will be knocked down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have. After that amazing performance in the week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Makes the grab. It's Ivory. At the 35, he's loose. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brings up the first down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pass rush. Gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Lay. Throws to the wideout. Working that right side. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off. And
Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
he's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to get the defense to him.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Trojans will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's got room. Running through contact. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Here we go. Looking downfield on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it to the move.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Pulls and fires complete. Pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
For wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called. just across the 50-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take him back. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense. Get a fumble recovery and start your drive 1st and 10. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Get set, get set.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Arkansas State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 36 to North Carolina.
Skips away from pressure.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Bruins will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option. The give. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield. It's late. Throws for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They want that clock to run. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And he runs it
executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Off the play fake. And the sack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more.
He is loose. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback extends the play. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Slay. Got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Running the red zone, it's Wall. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Setting up the screen. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has
intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Creates a little room.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Trojans will call on their punt team. just needs a crack to get a return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Trying to get the edge with a quick push pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Lay. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Power football with the run. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your offense, Palmer.
They're working that left side. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.